See who's going to be first. I'm wondering who's going to be first. Is it going to be Janet with her heart, or is it going to be somebody else? Let's see. Who is it going to be? Who's going to be the first comment? It's Bernice, all the way from King County, Washington. Good to see you. 3 hours behind us. Monica is on. Hello. Good to see Jean on. Austin, good evening to you. There go Janet with the heart. Barbara Dolores is on. Cynthia is on. My double brother Jamal is on. Good to see you. Good to see Alicia on. Thank you so much for joining us as well. Let me see who else is on. Who else is on? Tia is on. Allison, thank you so much. It was great seeing you last night in the ATL. Thank you so much. Let me see. Let me see. I'm trying to catch up. Trying to catch up. Um, uh, Angela Benton is on. So good to see her. Felicia, hello. Good to see you. Twiggy. Trey, good to see you, brother. Great evening, Mardell. Thank you. Good to see you. Sarita is on with us. Sharon is on from Midway. Cheryl, good evening to you. Good to see the Reverend Dr. Ashley English. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate that. E. Joyce Paris is on with us every single week. Good to see Jacqueline Grant on. Karan, thank you for joining us. Hey, Ramonda is on. Hello. Thank you for joining us as well. LaMonica is on. Thank you for the work that you do. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I'm trying to. Linda Kelly, Super Realtor, is on. Thank you so much for joining us as well. Margie is on with us as well. Rayella is in Missouri, so we hope that you're safe. Good to see Lydia Stevens. Thank you for joining us. Andrea Hall, Houston, good to see you. Tamara, good to see you. This is Tamara. I have to get that right. Debbie Williams Walker, Debbie Williams Walker, Debbie Williams Walker. Good to see you. Ramonda is on from Ellabelle, Georgia, right down the street. So good to see you, Ramonda. Hope you're doing well. And then the rockin' Robin McDaniel Beck, who is all the way, I'm sure, in Phoenix right now. As you know, her Kansas City Chiefs are playing in the Super Bowl. And so I know she is somewhere in some suite somewhere there getting ready for the game. Look out for me. Good to see Miss Albernia. I heard that you were under the weather because I was wondering where you were, but I am glad that you are feeling better, and I'm glad that you are back. Antoinette is on with us. Aunt Ali is on. Thank you. Good to see you, and glad to have you on as well. Dr. Erica Russell Petty, super pediatrician, on, and I'm working on some stuff with her, so I'm glad to see her. Tiffany Deal is on with us. Hey, Tiff. Thank you for joining us. Terry Mobley is on time for a change, so we're happy about that. She's not out doing other stuff. Royce Kelly, good to see you. Bernice is shouting out the Chiefs. B. Michelle is on. Hello, happy Friday to you. Hope that you are doing well. Jacqueline Stokes, good evening. Good to see you. Terry Ann is on. So good evening to Terry as well. Effie Jacqueline Stokes is on, and then Ethel Williams from the Highlands, who is Vernice's sister. So good to see you. Now, who's the older sister, Ethel or Vernice? Who's the older one? And then, of course, my child, Dr. Zadana Slade. Good to see you, and I'm glad that you're on, and hope that you behave. Hey, Sandy, good to see you. Hope that you're doing well. Net is on. Good to see you, ma'am. And you had a birthday recently, so happy birthday to you. Iron Bull, good to see you the other day. Angie is on. Happy Friday. Kathy is on with us. Judy Nixon Johnson is on. Good to see you. Barbara Foster. I got some information for you. Stay on tonight. You're going to hear it. Cassell Bell, coach, is on. Good to see you. Ivania is on. Hello as well. Ethel is the oldest. Okay, so Ethel is the oldest, and Vernice is the baby. Okay, so who run things between Ethel and Vernice? That's the question. So if Ethel's our oldest, who run things? I'm just wondering. Good to see Gloria as well as LaWanda Tillman. That must mean Golden State is not playing tonight, so she is with us. She's a super fan. Good to see Stephanie on. Thank you for joining us. And Zadana, you got into trouble today. Oh Lord, oh Lord. We'll talk about that later. The Of course, the great Linda Jones has joined us, and good to see you. She says I'm her favorite mayor. I thought I was her only mayor, but I'll take that. Reggie, thank you for joining us. And of course, Ethel and Vernice are both saying they run things, or they have run things. I think y'all just need to fight it out next time, arm wrestle or something. Carletha, good to see you. C. Nicole says she's missed me. I miss you too. Eloise Dudley, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us as well. Sarah Stevens, which is Liberty City's finest and Liberty County's finest. Good to see you. Omega Baker is on with us. And then, of course, Joya is on. If Joya is on, right to her left is Richard. And yes, it is true. They are together. They are together, literally. I mean, that's what Friday Night Live is, I mean, you're gonna let me be in the midst of your relationship. We're all together, so we are ready, and we're happy about that. And so Ethel and Vernice are fighting, and y'all work that job out. And again, Mrs. Tillman says no GSU tonight, so all right. Iron Bull, shoot me a message off script here as well, and let's see what we can figure out. And Kelly Fletcher, all right, good to see Kel's on. Kelly Fletcher, thank you for what you did. We definitely had a great couple of days in Atlanta. I'm just getting back this morning after a very long couple of days. So thank you for all you do, and I guess we'll let you stay Savannah. Catalina, hey, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And my beautiful niece, Stoney, is on with us. So I'm giving her, just because she's my sweetheart, I'm giving her this love as well. To Saya, Mardell as well. The Honorable Kendra Rowe is the North Ward Commissioner for the city of Brunswick, Georgia. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us as well. Alla Wright is on. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us as well. Just so good to see all of you on kind of a not really a really great weather night. Karen White has joined us, and we're glad to have her. Not a particularly good weather night, but it is what it is. We just glad to have whatever it is. So, thank you for joining us again. Very excited for another Friday as well. And y'all are just so ahead of me. Carolyn Scott is always trying to just take over stuff. Hey, Carolyn. And Barbara Pinckney is on, and Monica Allman is on as well. And of course, yes, she is one of my infamous spies. Good to see all of you. It's Friday. Well, just today, what, Stoney? Oh, New York is feeling like spring. Oh, really? All right. Well, see, that's what I'm talking about. You're right. Just today. Shirley Spears, thank you so much for joining us. Glad to have all of you. Pernacia, thank you for joining us. It is Friday. And we're just glad everybody's with us. Jorcette is on, but we're really waiting for Miss Charlotte to come on, so we'll start when Jorcette's mom gets on, because we really like her better. Hey, Miss Sadie, thank you for joining us. She is our senior saint here, and we are so glad to have her, and you'll always be my Valentine too. I love you. Thank you so much for joining us. Hey, LaDonna, thank you for joining us as well. Kat is on with us. Desmond, good evening, sir. Bernice Cooper, hello, is on. Sabrina Nagel, thank you so much for joining us as well. And to everybody here, thank you so much for joining us. on Friday Night Live. And so let's go ahead, let's get into it, and we'll speak to other people as they come in. So if it's Friday, in the greatest city on earth, right? If it's Friday in the greatest city on earth, then and you don't want to be out in the rain because you don't want your hair to get wet, then you're with me. It's Friday night. It is Friday night in Savannah, and we say hello to you, not only in Savannah, but from across the country who join us every single Friday. We appreciate you taking your time. Your time is extremely valuable, so we are honored that you are spending your time with me. Carrie, good to see you as well. And Crystal Kaufman had a birthday. So happy birthday, Crystal. I'm going to give you some of that. And Buddy Hart is on. Hung out with me in Philly last week. Yes, Tam Reeds has joined us. Good to see you. Thank you again for joining us. Aretha Reeves is on with us. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Talia is on. Karen is on. So thank you all so much. And so Bryn Grant, I actually touched Bryn Grant's hand last night. I was so excited. I just walked by and I just grabbed her hand, and she looked at me and she smiled. And I was just like, she saw me. Michelle, good to see you, and I hope you and Mr. Bill are doing all right. Again, thank you so much for joining us on what we do on Friday nights. This is what we do here in the greatest city on earth on Friday nights. It is called Friday Night Live. This is what we do. This is what we do. This is what we do. So, Keith Kimball, good to see you as well. And so, ladies and gentlemen, a couple of things we want you to do. We want you, first of all, we want you to like the page, right? Like the page. Then we want you to share the page. And so I want to say good evening to all of you, people who join us every single week. For those of you who, this is your first time. And then we want to thank all of you who you're watching because you want to see what we're doing. And then you talk about what we're doing. And then you realize we're not talking about you because we don't do that here. That's not what we do. So to all of you, welcome as well. And it's not Friday Night Lives, it's Friday Night Love. That's what we do here. So hello, good to see you all. And Cynthia Small says she's on board. I'm glad about it. That's what we do. We do Friday Night Love. So for those of you who choose to do that, be on the periphery and watch. Nothing to see here, but actually good conversation and talking about the greatest city on earth, which we know is to be Savannah. So like the page, share the video, and then of course, you know what we do. We do Tara Strong. Tara has a birthday coming up as well, so I'm going to have to see whether we can get her on. Regina, I think I said hello to you. Hello. But yeah, send some love out to our girl, Tara. Thank you, Brother Keith. We want to make sure, thank you, WJCL and Shannon Royster did a spotlight. And so we were really glad to have that. And, if you want to see something crazy, they had some baby pictures and stuff on there as well. And so, yeah, I will talk about that in a minute. Hey, Uger, we'll talk about that. I will be talking about that in a moment. So, but thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. And want to let you know, this is week number, 151. 151. So for 1,059 days, 151 weeks, 2 years, 10 months, 23 days, or 34 months, we have been getting together for Friday Night Live. We are approaching very quickly, a little over 3 months from our 3-year anniversary. Every single Friday night, that is what we do here. Good to see you, Kathy, as well. So very happy about week number 151, the longest relationship, situationship, entanglement, whatever it is you want to call it. This is what we do. And so a lot has been made about people and social media and all that kind of stuff. We don't do that here. Our vibranium here is very, very high. We don't do negativity. We don't do negative things, and we don't do negative people. And so, you know, that's it. I mean, not much to see here. Thank you, Miss Susan. Thank you. My real sister Tasha is on. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. This is what we do. You know, we got enough stuff going on. Hey, Lisa, thank you from Duval. We got enough stuff going on in our lives. Hey, Sarah, thank you for joining us. Hey, now Barbara Coffin has joined us. So happy Valentine's Day for you, to you. You know, we got enough. We go through enough stuff during the week. There's enough negativity and stuff. I mean, why would you spend your time, Byron? Good to see you, sir. Why would you come and spend your time to spend an hour to deal with more negativity? Why? What sense does that make? And so, you know, if you notice in these 3 years, almost 3 years, you know, I don't get into that kind of stuff because, you know, I'm working on a little higher level. I don't have time for the foolishness. I just don't, and so I don't engage in it. I mean, you know, people, you know, you talk about me, talk about you, whatever. I mean, that's your business. I mean, if all you got to do all day is worry about what I'm doing, then you don't have much going on in your life. So we just do what we do, and again, uh, I am so happy, so proud of all of you, proud of what we've been able to do together. 151 weeks. I mean, it's never been nothing like that, certainly in this city, maybe not even in this state. You know, this is what we do. There are no commercials, no ads. It's just we talk about Savannah. If you're down for Savannah, you know, we're willing to talk to you. So, uh, Byron, Chastity, hello. Um, you know, Katina, thank you. Ashley, I appreciate you. Helen, hello. Trina is on. Lorena is on from Thunderbolt. Edward Markey has joined us. Jeffrey, good to see you, brother, as well. So that's what we do here. So a couple of things I wanted to talk about. Then we'll talk about what you want to talk about. Well, first thing was um, on Sunday. On Sunday, um, the city of Savannah will be 290 years old. 290 years old. Happy birthday. So I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. Uh, hey, Jeff Felser, good to see you, sir. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that out there, and y'all can just go ahead and show some love. Happy birthday to Georgia's first city. Georgia and Savannah were founded on the same day in February of 1733 by General James Edward Oglethorpe, who came and settled at Yamacraw Bluff. And so we're celebrating our birthday. We are only 10 years away from the 300th anniversary of Savannah. And so I might run for mayor again just to be mayor for year number 300. I mean, it's just amazing when you think about that. So, Sabrina, good evening to you. Camilla, good to see you as well. Um, and so we're excited about that. And we're looking at that year number 290. 290 is our birthday. Nothing happens in Georgia without Savannah. And so yesterday we were in Atlanta for the last couple of days doing what was called Savannah Chatham Day in Atlanta, where we just basically come and we just take over. We take over. Hey, Byron, I appreciate that. When the crow rides the eagle's back, the eagle flies high until the crow can't breathe anymore and falls off. You know what? Send me that, inbox me that, because you're going to hear that again. All right, Miss Charlotte has joined us. So I guess Joyce said we'll let her stay on because Miss Charlotte is on. Good to see Reverend Thurman Neal Tillman as always. And then, of course, Super Sharon Simpson herself, mega woman. Always glad to have you on as well. And so, yeah, so we were all in Atlanta. I mean, got up really early. And this is the day where we go up and we really talk about the things that are important to Savannah for the legislative conference. So, people think, well, why you go up there? Why you spend I mean, they have all this food and all this liquor and all that stuff. That's how business gets done. I mean, we're not really paying for it as well. So, Kathy, good to see you as well. And thank you, Marvin Perry. You can also call Coastal Workforce Development Services, of which I'm the chief local elected officer, and so we have those services from the federal government as well. Um, let's see. All right, let's see. Kathy, yeah, Super Bowl. Let's talk about Super Bowl two. Hey, thank you, Deborah. I appreciate that. We have to get together, but anyway, we were up in Atlanta. Everybody was up there. It was just a massive, just things. You know how you eat so much, you just not even hungry. Well, that's why I weighed so much. I wasn't even hungry anymore. I'm hungry now, but I wasn't hungry like since yesterday because it was just so much food. But we're pushing for some things. We're pushing. Hey, Arlene, um, we're pushing for things that are important to us. We want to get this hotel motel tax passed. The hotel motel tax um, is a tax that is added to hotel rooms. So, we feel that here in Savannah, we have a bunch of tourists, and we think that our tourists should be good guests to our city. I mean, you come here, we show you a great time, we want to show you a great time, but the fact is that there's infrastructure and there are things, we want you to be good guests. So we want you to pay extra money on your hotel beds to help us do some of the things we want to do around here. For example, we want to get River Street. Now, you have to use that money for very specific things, but we want to get um, River Street taken care of. River Street is looking really, really bad. So, we're really looking to try to address those issues. So, um, there are a variety of things. So we're working on it. We're working on it. We're working on it. So, um, but we want to get some gun laws that make some kind of sense around here. We want to get some relief for renters when their rent goes up $500 in literally 1 month. So we're trying to get some state assistance on that. But we have a great delegation that's doing some great things. So we appreciate that. Appreciate it being up there. Uh, Isha, is it Isha Yada? Okay, so good to see you. Thank you from Cincinnati, Ohio. Georgette, you should not be drinking wine. Um, no, I'm not sure if it affects Airbnbs. I know I guess if they pay a hotel motel tax. But anyway, we're looking at doing that. Um, and yeah, the Savannah Black Area Chamber of Commerce did some big things. They were well represented there as well. So I was happy to see them briefly as well. And we're working hard. Lahoma is on. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And good, hey, Miss Andre, good to see you as well. Thank you. And Julia Carter. Now, I did see, let me go back. I saw Shauna Kennedy. Shauna Kennedy lost her husband, Van Kennedy. Van Kennedy, his name was Slice Kennedy on here, passed away. And his funeral was last Saturday. He used to come on Friday Night Live. And Shauna, I want you to know, you had a hell of a husband. Good dude, just good dude. And I know he had some health challenges. And I want you to know that we're thinking about you. We know that it doesn't get hard until after everybody leaves. So y'all find Shauna Kennedy on here, Shauna, and y'all give her some love. Um, uh, you know, as you just never know until you're in that front row and have that front row experience. And so, of course, Miss Julia is on, and so I'm giving her some love as well. Um, and Sabrina, I guess if they pay hotel motel tax um, at the rate that everybody else does, then yes, it would affect Airbnbs. It affects everybody who pays that into that tax. Right now, you pay 6%, and we're looking to move you to 8%, which is consistent with the rest of the state. So, um, so yeah, that's the truth with that. So, also wanted you all to know. I mean, if you've been looking and watching, um, what happened in Turkey and Syria. I mean, let's put this into perspective. Um, September 11th, there were a little over 3,300 people who died. Right now in Turkey and Syria, they're talking about 11,000 people died. 11,000 people dead. And they're still finding people. And so that death toll is only going to go up. I mean, could you imagine that all of a sudden the earth shakes and everything about you is on top of you? And so I am researching some efforts that Savannahans who want to be able, hey, good to see you, Jessica. Thank you. Um, um, hey, Mary. Good evening to you. I'm looking at some places as well. Um, what Carrie is you at, Shauna? Today's your husband's anniversary. What Carrie is you at? Let me know, and I'll come over there. Like right now. Seriously, for real. Let me know. I'll come have a piece of chicken for slice. Hey, um, Cynthia, thank you so much. So, could you imagine? I mean, sometimes we complain about things, but then you don't realize, hey, Nolani, we don't realize just how blessed we are. Again, we thought about the massive amounts of people who were killed on September 11th. Hey, Cynthia. Whoa, Cynthia, thank you so much for joining us. Um, and 3,500 people. And this is 3 to 4 times that. And I mean, when you look at this rubble and buildings and they're pulling babies out and all of this stuff, I mean, it is just mind blowing. And so we have to find a way to be able to, um, show some love for those of us who can do. And so I'm looking because, of course, there's a lot of people out there who out there, trying to sham folks. And so, um, I want to make sure that we are. I want to give you a reputable place where we can send money out there. We don't expect for you to go out. KC, wow, okay. Hey Sherry, we don't expect you to go to Turkey or Syria. Um, but the fact is that when you look at people who've lost everything, no matter how little you have, it looks like more than what they have. And so when you have people who've lost their entire families, they've lost everything they've ever had. We don't have to speak the same language. We share the same blood. And so, we want to think about them, we want to pray for them, but I want us to raise some money for them. So I'm trying to figure out how best to do that. Um, and I want to make sure that we do it in a way that's responsible. So I'm trying to figure out whether we do kind of a group me event here, like a GoFundMe here, and then we send the money there, or whether we just give you the link and we do something here to get people here. These are our folks. They bleed red blood, and we have to make sure that we are looking after those who cannot look after themselves. And so, of course, because I'm a news junkie, I mean, I'm looking at all of this devastation. And so, please let us figure out a way to be a blessing to them. Shauna, you haven't told me which Carrie Hayes you're at. You didn't tell me which Carrie Hayes you're at. You didn't tell me how long you're going to be there. Because we'll go ahead and get the security and we'll be rolling over there. So inbox me or text me, uh, Shauna, which one you're at, so I will know. Then the other thing I want to make sure that you know, um, that and Dr. Erica Russell Petty was on. I am working with her and the Georgia State Medical Association and the South Atlantic Medical Association, to be able to do. It was called Healthy. Hey James, good to see you. Dolores, hello. We're doing something called Healthy Hearts Matter. We did an event sometime. Hey, good to see you, Aquila. We did an event a couple of months ago, and it was a phenomenal event talking about heart health. And we don't realize it, but we have local positions here and community health advocates, to really talk about the research and talk about ways to improve life expectancies, particularly among people of color. But it's for everybody, and so we're doing this on Thursday, this Thursday, the 16th, at 6:30. I think it's only from 6:30 to 8 o'clock. But come on by, good information, and I'm going to be there, and I'm looking forward. If you can come on by, please come on by and join us. That's this Thursday at 6:30 p.m. at the Savannah Civic Center. Hey, Jeffrey Bonds, good to see you, and Elise Bailey, good to see you on as well. I'm going to type that in. So we'll say healthy heart matters. Okay, so Camila's updated us. It's 23,000. You think about that. Some cities here are not that big. So, um, so I'm writing that healthy heart matters. Uh, and this is on Thursday, February 16th. Um, at 6:30 at the Savannah Civic Center. Again, only an hour and a half. We're not going to bore you, but this is really good information. Y'all pass it around, and then when I post it, I want y'all to go ahead and put that out as well, okay? So hopefully some of y'all will come. Please come on, come with us. Come hang out with us. And so thank you. Um, so I think that was what I wanted to talk about. We talked about Savannah Day. We talked about our brothers and sisters in Syria and Turkey. We talked about Healthy Heart Matters. Um, Wesley Community Centers is doing their Love Walk. I am the chair of the board of Wesley Community Centers. They have been doing really nationally accredited healthcare for years. And so we would love to have your support. We take care of kids that don't have the money to take care of themselves, but yet we give them a world-class education. Your financial status should not determine what type of education you receive. And so at Wesley, we are NACCE accredited, which is the National Association for the Education of Young Children. It is the gold standard when it comes to child care centers. And so we do this to make sure that kids who need to come and get a early pre-K education, quality daycare, that they have the opportunity to be able to do that. So that is tomorrow. I have a really busy day. They have me all over the place. So, that's what we do. So I think that was it. But so this is your time. So anything you want to ask about, herein lies your opportunity to ask me. Um, Shauna, send me information and order me a plate, Shauna. Because I'm coming. So let me know. So tell me. So, what do you want to talk about? What do you want me to talk about tonight? What are your questions burning on your heart? What do you want to know about? I have not seen Laura Smith on here, so we might have to check on her, make sure she's all right. Oh, Super Bowl Super Bowl Sunday. Who you going for? One way go questions. Hey, Carmencita, good to see you as well. Glenda has some information as well. And so Jen's and friends. Now Jen's, I'm a friend of Jen. Jen has a great place right on Bull Street, just north of Broughton Street. It is a great place, and so it's a great place. And so she's been closed all of January. She's opening up finally, so I will be over there to look forward to what's going on over there. So looking forward to it. We have Dolores Levitt wants an update on the Salvation Army in West Savannah. Miss Dolores, I don't have an update. Last thing we know or I know of is that the Salvation Army purchased the property from HUD and the Housing Authority, and they are working a capital campaign to be able to build on it. So That's all I know. This was not a city project. The city really didn't have anything to do with it at all, except for approving a special use permit. So I don't have anything to do with it. But that's all I know. Um, Shauna, I want to know, where are you? Where are you? And have you finished eating yet? That's what I want to know. Good to see Ruel Francis on as well. I see all these Eagle fans. Lita! Good to see Lita is in. Uh, Lala is wearing her Raiders silver. Um, Barbara Kaufman wants to know, why is Georgetown not in the city of Savannah? Georgetown is not in the city of Savannah because it is what's called unincorporated Chatham County. You all don't pay city taxes, which is why you're not in the city of Savannah. So when we draw the lines for the city of Savannah, you don't get our police services, you don't get our fire services, you have a fire fee. Um, you know, you don't get the trash service, and all that stuff. You don't get any of that stuff. And so, um, you're unincorporated. And so you're unincorporated like, Sandfly, like Pinpoint, like Berwick, like, uh, um, um, Southbridge and all those places. So, yeah, that's why you're not in the city of Savannah. One day, maybe, maybe people in Georgetown decide one day they want to be. They do pay, you pay higher taxes. But when you look at it, it's like going to a buffet. You can either pay one price and get it all, or you pay for each little thing. And so, we have the premier police department in this region. We have one of the best fire departments in the nation. Our sanitation and recycling crews are bar none. We have facilities that we put up. So, we like being in Savannah. So, we still love you, though. I promise you we do. Um, I see. Yeah, Lynn, good to see you. Thank you. It was good to be there. Um, let's see. I see Eagles. Um, hey, Kiwana, good to see you. Um, Glenda, 4 more years. Well, I want you to hold the date of Monday, February the 20th. Monday, February the 20th. I want you to hold that date, and I'm inviting you all to an event Monday, February 20th, um, late morning. Friday, February 20th, and I will announce that next week. Would love to see you there. Would love to see your face in the place, and it could be a get together for our Friday Night Live crew. Would love to have you there. This journey would not be possible without you. So I would love to have you there. All right, so how much longer you gonna be there, Shauna? Cause see, I'll be there in like 30 minutes if you're gonna stay. Um, Omega wants to know, can we get a flat rate like the power bill on the water bill? No, probably not, because water is cyclical, and it's really based on consumption. So when we talk about our water bill in Savannah, we're really talking about three bills. You're talking about your sewer bill, which doesn't change. You talk about your trash bill, which doesn't change. You talk about your water bill that fluctuates. And so, the goal is, how do we create a way that really focuses on the usage, and then also helps us to keep and maintain our water system. So we don't have things like what happened in Flint or what happened in Jackson, Mississippi. How do we maintain our system? So, I guess in a way it would make sense, but another way we might charge too high or might charge too low. So, but it's a good idea for us to look at. Hey, Angela Kirkland has joined us as well, and glad to have, for the first time, Major Shanita Young of the Savannah Police Department. Congratulations on that major achievement. I didn't get a chance to congratulate you last night, but congratulations. I trained her in the police academy, so I feel she's like one of my own, and so I'm so excited that she has reached that level. Congratulations, and I want you to serve hard. That's what we do. All right. All rise. So the bishop has come in here late. We've been waiting on her. Bishop Jackie Gilbert Grant, good to see you, sis. Thank you so much for joining us as well. Let's see. Let's see. Um, Tiffany, you saying hey, and I'm gonna give you a hug just because you came to say hey. Um, yes, yes, February 20th. Oh, wow, we do have the Honorable Gabrielle Nelson, uh, the outstanding councilwoman from District 1 in Port Wentworth. As a matter of fact, named recently as one of the statewide game changers. I hope I got it right. I hope I got it right, but congratulations to you for that. Kiwana, the school cameras giving false tickets, plus the weekends, lights flashing. Yes, that is correct. That is correct. I've gotten 2 tickets myself, and I paid them, and I just slowed down. We're talking about that because the question is, if it's a camera for the school zone, and it should only be used when the school zone is on, then why are you getting tickets when there's no school? And so I'm checking into that. I mean, I was mad about it, but hey, I was speeding. I got 2 tickets. I paid my tickets. But we need to look at what I mean, the goal is really to slow people down. But we need to make sure if the cameras are on all the time, then we need to tell people that they're on all the time. And so we're working on that. So um, Catalina, thank you for shouting out our recycling teams as well. Gloria Humans has joined us. Good to see you as well. Um, Adrian wants to know why did Savannah Water send a letter saying you can't leave your trash or recycling bins on the curb when we don't show up on schedule. Well, generally, you're supposed to put it out the night before and bring it in the night of. I mean, for a variety of reasons. I mean, beyond the fact that, they become projectiles. They're up and down the street. Kids play on them, all that stuff. But if we don't show up on schedule, then then I don't think, I mean, if trash is still in there, then you wouldn't bring your trash in. So you leave your trash there until we move it. And if you get a ticket or something because we were late, then you let me know. You talk to them first, but then you let me know because I mean, we have to maintain it. Now sometimes, we're not on schedule. We have a lot of houses of service and things happen. Equipment fails, weather changes, staffing, and all that stuff. Um, so yes, um, yes. So, but make sure you let me know, Shauna. I am coming. I am coming. I want to. I mean, Van Kennedy was just a special dude to me. When I met him, he might have been working for the city at one point. And, I mean, but because my name was Van and his name was Van, he told me that he had to meet me because he heard about Van, and he wanted me to know he was the original Van. I said, no, actually, my daddy was the original Van. Well, he was like, well, your daddy is not here, so I'm Van, and you're my little brother, and I'm gonna look out for you. And if anybody ever mess with you, you let me know. And I will tell you this, he did. Because sometimes when people try to get out the way, he said, what you want me to do, bro? What you want me to do? I mean, good man, good brother, good guy. And he passed away. He was having some health challenges, so I'm glad that he was at rest. But Shauna, y'all had him sharp. Y'all had him sharp. I mean, he was going to see the king sharp. But good brother. So yeah, I mean, it's your anniversary, and I'm going to sit in for my big brother. All right. Um, Yeah, Omega. So yeah, I try to keep up mine. So again, mine's on Thursday. And the way I deal with it is this. When I come out, I put it on the street. If they've come, they usually put it up on the curb. So that's how I know when I see it whether they've been here or not. So you know, let's follow up on that. Hey, Jennifer Davenport is on. She's tired. Did a lot of work coordinating all that was going on in Atlanta. Thank you, Jennifer, for all the work that you did. A massive event, 800 people or so in one place, all talking about Savannah. So thank you so much. Good to see Pinky on as well. Michelle, I hope you do come to the Civic Center so I can give you a hug. Jessica wants to know, are we going to have a huge St. Patrick's Day parade? The answer is yes. I mean, we're the second largest in the country, and that's what we're going to do. Good evening, Vanessa. Thank you for joining us as well. Hey, Miss Loretta, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Oh, you get ready to leave. All right, well, then go ahead and leave then. If you want to leave, go ahead and leave. I mean, you know I'm on Friday Night Live, Shauna. So I'm going to go to another Carrie Hits, and I'll just get something in honor of him, okay? So I don't want to make y'all sit there and wait for me, but we love you, and you need to know that. Hey, Tabitha Murphy Odell, good to see you as well. Um, and of course, Amin, thank you. We love Flage. I've known her since she was born. I've held her as a baby, and she's afraid to get on the court with me because she know how that thing will go down. But I'm so, so proud of her, so proud of her, so proud of what she represents, that you can rap and you can be a scholar and you can ball out. And I want her to be that example. She's back on America's Got Talent. Very, very proud of her representing as well. Bernice, good to see you as well. Mo, good to see Maureen Walker as well. Good to see you. Saw Faye Damasio in Atlanta pushing public transportation. Beloved, we must have public transportation that goes across this city. There is no reason why in the world we should not be able to go from the airport to Tybee Island by using the bus. Because everybody don't want to drive. Everybody can't drive. Everybody can't afford a car. That if I want to be able to go there, and to be honest with you, I think our high school kids need to get their behinds on a bus and ride the city bus to school too. I have never rode a school bus. You know, I grew up in New York. In middle school, I was taking 2 trains and walking 4 blocks to go to middle school. They gave us a train pass or a bus pass, and that's what we did. And so, you know, let's teach our kids some independence. That's why they want you to take them everywhere. No, fine, you want to go to the mall, get on the bus. And so we're working hard to push out public transportation in our community. So Jen is shouting out Officer Baldinelli of SPD. Angela, good to see you as well. Define says she loves me. I love you too. There ain't nothing you could do about it. Jessica, saying it's the way to do. You better get with Shawnee. You better check out. Okay, you better check out. Paula, good to see you. Thank you for joining us as well. And Bernice, loving her. Rainy night in Georgia. Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, you better say 6:30. You didn't tell me, Shauna. How am I supposed to know? You didn't tell me. I didn't know. If you told me, I would have showed up. You know I would have showed up. So I have to catch you some other time. Hey, Reggie Wright, good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Glad to have you on all the way from the A as well. Patricia is on as well. Thank you. Let's see. Kiwana wants to know, can we have polyjohns for Martin Luther King parade to use? That's really up to the Martin Luther Day King Parade Committee. They generally don't because it costs so much. And they try to keep it very, very low budget. When you look at the entry fee for MLK as opposed to St. Patrick, it's different because, again, one is bigger, one charges a lot more, and so you have those amenities that are there. So, you know, we don't necessarily provide those porta potties because, again, for a 2-hour parade and the expense, you know, somebody has to pay for it. I think they're trying to get people to really be in the parade. But I do get it. I do get it. Let's see. Thank you, Miss Faye. Shauna apologizes. So Shauna, we're gonna me and you going to Carrie Heads. I'm gonna get you. Me and you gonna go to Carrie Heads. We're gonna have a piece of chicken for our guy Slice. Hey, the alderwoman Linda Wilder Bryan is on. She was working hard in Atlanta, and I hope you got back safely as well. So good to see you. Tia took the Parkside 20 all the time. Catalina grew up in Oakland. I always took the train. I mean, you know, when I was in Atlanta, I mean, my security folks have a fit. But I mean, I get off at the airport, I take MARTA. I stayed in Buckhead, so I took the red and gold line to Buckhead. When I'm in D.C., I get off at National Airport, jump on Metro. When I'm in New York, I get off at Kennedy Airport, take the A to I guess it would be Howard Beach. Get on Howard Beach, take the A to Broadway Junction, the A to the L, and I'm in Brooklyn. Um, let's see. Ernestine wants to know Friday night. Can he make sure the sanitation department has service, has access to the restroom facility? There's no way for us to move them until after the parade is over. Yeah, Ernestine, inbox me about that and let me look into that. That's a little bit more specific. So let me look into that. All right. And thank you, Michelle. I appreciate you. And again, we're looking forward to everyone coming and joining us on Thursday. Come join us on Thursday at 6:30 p.m. at the Savannah Civic Center. We're going to be talking about heart health, and so we want you to do that. And of course, Tuesday is Valentine's Day. Uh, Valentine's Day, and that is the time that they say that you're supposed to show people you love them. My advice to you is um, don't wait till Valentine's Day to let somebody know you love them. Love them all the time. Love on them all of the time. Okay? I believe that you could do that. So we shouldn't have to wait for a day. You should have to wait for Mother's Day to show your mom you love her. You should have to wait for Father's Day to show dad you love them. You shouldn't have to wait till Valentine's Day. If you wait till Valentine's Day to let your loved one know you love them, you got a problem. Why should somebody who makes cards and flowers tell you this is the day for you to be able to do that? I dare you, after you do it on Valentine's Day, to do it on another day. Love is an action word, so you show love. So show love, show love. Fellas, don't wait till the last minute. Go ahead and show love, but then show love during the year. And do it just because. Just because. Um, just do it. Just do it because it's the right thing to do. Someone may not make it to um, Mother's Day, and I will tell you that being there and being in the service is perhaps one of the greatest honors in my life. Besides that of being a son and an uncle and a brother and a grandson, um, because for me, it is really not about um, the love of power, but it's really about the power of love. And that is how, hopefully, we've approached this work here at the City of Savannah, but the power of love. That's why, you don't see me, regardless of how people treat me, you're not going to see me treat people like that. I'm a student of Dr. King, and I realize that hate is real, and I realize that when you give in to hate, you're giving that person in, you're giving them power over you. And so people wonder why they say you hold your peace. I do, because it's my peace. And I'm not going to let somebody take it away from me. And so I get to choose how I fight back. And I don't fight back with this. I fight back like that. So, that is what we do. And hopefully, I cannot tell you all on this day before, a couple of days before Valentine's Day, how much I appreciate and love you all for what you all do for me. Again, during these 3 years, during these 151 weeks since we closed down, um, you know, I'm not sure I would have made it without you, because I knew that if I could just get to Friday, I was going to be around some people that I knew cared about me and that I cared a whole lot about. And I knew that that 1 hour of just, kicking it would just make me feel better about myself, make me feel better about my day, and make me go on just a little while longer. And so, again, during some of my most challenging times, both personally and professionally, I knew that I could look up and I could see you, and I knew that you all would say nice and kind things to me. I knew that you would not let people bother me or get up on me. Good to see you, Janine. I knew that. And so I knew it was my safe place. And I knew that if I can get out of that, I can go another 7 days. And so we've done 7 times 151. You think about that. 7 times 151. And that total is 1,059 days that we've been doing that. Hey, Monier, good to see you. I ate from, I went to Ruin Thai this week. You weren't there, but I went. And of course, the food was great and the service was awesome. So, thank you all for what you do. Thank you for what you mean. Make sure in the midst of what's going on, you let folks know you care about them. Let them know you're thinking about them. Sometimes you do not know what hell people are going through. And you might be that angel that shows an encouraging word to somebody. You might be the one that makes the difference between making somebody and breaking somebody. You might be the one. And so I'm so excited to be with you, excited that we've made this threshold. And I just called to say I love you. I just called to show how much I care. I just called to say I love you. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. No New Year's Day to celebrate. No chocolate-covered candy hearts to give away. No first of spring, no song to sing. In fact, here's just another ordinary day. No April rain, no flowers bloom. No wedding Saturday within the month of June. But what it is something true, made up of these 3 words that I must say to you. I just called. I just came on to say I love you. I came on to show how much I care. I just called to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Love you all so much. Thank you all so much. Have a great weekend, and I'm looking forward to coming to Riverview. I think I'm coming there. I'm looking forward to it. I want to see you all on next Thursday. Put that on your calendar at 6:30 at the Savannah Civic Center. I want y'all to come out. I want y'all to show up for me. And then on next Monday, on President's Day, I think the time is 10:45. I want to see you. We'll tell you where, but I want you there as we go ahead and we kick this thing off for real. Taking no prisoners, going hard in the paint, and we're going to leave no doubt. Thank you all so much. Have a great night. And Shauna, if that was you calling me, you can go ahead and call me right now. Thank you all so much. Good night, good night, good night, good night. Thanks, Janine. I appreciate you.